that we make a uprising for Islam? Is it about time that we make an uprising for the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once more to be dominant?
It is about time. It is time to defend Islam, but not the way it is being shown, rather the way the Quran teaches.
Now obviously, you would expect the Muslim world to react to these attacks on their holy master. But in what way? You and I have seen it on the news. Riots in this Muslim country, shootings and suicide bombings in that Muslim country. But now these are all Muslims who follow the religion of Islam. The religion of Islam, which is a religion of peace. It doesn't make sense now, does it? So where are those voices of Islam which practice peace? Where are those Muslims who take every single step of their life with the words of love for all, hatred for none engraved in their minds? Where are those Muslims who are going to take a stand? We take a stand. We are the Muslims who are going to defend Islam. We are the Muslims who are going to defend the name of the Holy Prophet of Islam. Peace and blessings of God be upon him. And we are the Muslims of Islam.
मैं एक पाकिस्तानी मुसलमान हूँ और जिस किस्म का एहतजाज आजकल पाकिस्तान और दूसरे मुसलमान ममालिक में नामोसे रिसालत के नाम पर हो रहा है, मैं इसकी इसलिए मजम्मत करता हूँ कि ये हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के तरीक़े मुबारक के बिल्कुल ख़िलाफ़ है।
Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, a guide for mankind, but a victim of false allegations. Let's take a look at his true character.
A pedophile, a warlord, a ruthless tyrant? That is not the kind of prophet I follow. History is a witness of war. War, the time when no one is shown mercy. Villages and cities are wiped out, and women and children die. But history also witnesses one war. The war where Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, allowed his enemies to drink water from his own territory without harming them. Now is there any general who would do such a thing? Muhammad did. And that's the kind of prophet I, and over 1.5 million Muslims around the world follow.
In his last sermon, he advised that even as fingers of two hands are equal, so are two human beings.
Imagine looking into the eyes of your beautiful daughter as she takes her first breath. You decide to name her Zainab. You are part of this girl's every sadness and every happiness and every sensitive matter of life. You are with her in all the good times and all the bad times in her journey to adulthood. Time passes by, and with your love, you have her married. Then one day, you find news that she is about to have a child of her own. Imagine the happiness and content you would feel when thinking that you will not only see the happiness of your one daughter, but also the happiness of her child. Then one day, as time passes, you find that a man has attacked the caravan in which your daughter has been traveling, and your daughter passes away in the pain of her miscarriage. Imagine the hatred in your heart and the pain you would have felt. Then the man comes to you and says that I am standing at your mercy, do what you may. How would you have felt? What would you have done? How would you have reacted? While a normal man would feel no regret in taking revenge upon the man who caused the death of his daughter, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of God be upon him, forgave him. Yes, the same Muhammad, may peace and blessings of God be upon him, that is now blamed of being a violent, bloody, careless, and merciless killer. This is the perfect example of mercy and forgiveness. This is the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him.
Keeping Jewish feelings in mind,
He said, "Do not give me superiority over Moses."
Makkah, Saudi Arabia. A man, kind of like me and you in a lot of ways, gathers his townspeople and his family on top of a mountain. And he asks them one simple question. He asks them, "Oh my people, oh my family, if I were to tell you that there's an army behind this mountain coming here to kill you, would you believe me?" Everyone unanimously replied, "Of course we will believe you, for you are the most truthful and the most trustworthy person we have ever known." Hearing this man went on to make a proclamation which shook the very foundation of faith as we know it. He said, "Then I am telling you that I am a messenger of God, and I have a message for you." The immediate reply: denial and persecution. 13 and a half years of brutal persecution. Persecution to the extent that you can't even begin to imagine. Persecution to the extent that he had to leave his homeland and his family behind. Now, let's fast forward a few years. This same man, once beaten, once boycotted, once persecuted, once exiled from his own homeland, returns, but this time with an army of 10,000 by his side, to conquer his homeland, to conquer those same people who persecuted and exiled him. But what does he do when these people surrender? He doesn't persecute them. He doesn't exile them. He doesn't beat them. He doesn't boycott them. What does he do? He forgives them. He forgave the same people who killed his grandchild. He forgave the same people who inadvertently killed his daughter. He forgave the same people who killed the only man whom he called his brother. This man had the very essence of mercy imbibed within him. What was this man's name? You already know.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, invited a group of Christians to his mosque, saying, anyone who wishes to worship God can do so here, because a mosque is built to worship God.
This California man who's attacked our master has paid no attention to the people he's hurt, to the people he's angered, because we all love the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. But we as people and as Muslims of the Messiah pay no mind to such attention seekers. We're only here to propagate the true message of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Just as Gandhi said, after he had read about the Holy Prophet, he wished that the words wouldn't end. So as Muslims of the Messiah, we see no need to go out in the streets and wreak havoc. Rather, we find more satisfaction in spreading the love of the Holy Prophet of Islam, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, to the entire world.